The worst prisoners to ever come out of Wales, and that's what I'm talking about in this episode, people. But I wasn't going to do a video because I'm aware I'm actually in Wales with my wife for our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we've just climbed Mount Snowdon yesterday, and that is the 6th mountain we've climbed this year. But as my YouTube channel is approaching 70,000 subscribers, and you lot at home watching me are waiting for my next videos, it's been on my mind because I haven't put a video on for about a week, and I keep thinking you're going to be waiting for the next video. So here it is, people. And I was thinking, what should I talk about? Should I talk about my life now, what I'm doing after prison? But I found out that them videos, although I still do them, I do put them on my TikTok and my Instagram, the more motivation ones, because I've noticed the majority of you subscribers, or the ones that watch me videos, watch it primarily for the prison videos, which it is a prison channel. But I have been thinking about moving on from the prison stuff and talking more about what's happening in my life now and how I'm progressing from being an ex-prisoner to where I'm at now. So I have been talking of the decision, but the channel has grew to an astonishing amount of subscribers in quite a short period of time, and you're all watching for the prison content. So I will continue doing it, but sometimes if you want, let us know in the comment section whether or not you want to see other type of videos, spontaneous videos, because I can do videos nearly every day talking about other stuff, just going for walks and talking about stuff other than sitting, because when I do the prison videos I've got to sit and research what I'm talking about before I talk about, because as you'll know with this channel there is no bullshit. Everything I say is either fact, whether it's facts or it's what I've read online when I've been doing my research into the videos, and that's how I get me information, and I get it from other sources. But I do make sure that when I do a video I do research into it. But like I mentioned, I'm away down here in Wales with my lovely wife for our 10-year wedding anniversary, and I haven't had time to research into a video. There's a lot popped up on my news app, the prison news, but like I say, I've got to research it, sit down, talk about it, where I can do videos like this spontaneously. But as the title says, the most notorious prisoners that's come out of Wales, and I will mention three. The first one I'm going to mention is Malcolm Green. Now Malcolm Green is, or he was, serving life without parole. I believe he's now deceased. Yeah, because I was informed not so long back on one of my videos, because I've done a video on him previously, because he's serving life without parole. And I was doing a series on life without parole, which I will continue on. But I was actually in HMP Franklin with this fella, Malcolm Green. He was serving life without parole for 2 murders, and I think it was nicknamed the body in the bag murders. The first murder, I mean, if you go back and have a look at my life without parole section, you'll see the full video. I can remember a few bits of the case, but I can't remember the full details. But I'm just mentioning these people that are the worst inmates or the worst criminals to ever come out of Wales. So he'd done his first murder, and it was on another man coming back from a social club, I believe. And I can't remember the exact details because it was over a year ago when I'd done the video. But he killed this fella and he got a life sentence. And then when he got released, I believe there will be more victims, but he's never been charged with any more. He's been interviewed, questioned, but there was no more he got charged with. But his second murder was a female, I believe, a backpacker from Australia, if I remember rightly. Some of these, what I'm talking about now, it might not be straight facts. Obviously it's fact what I'm talking about, but the little bits about when I'm saying it from Australia, I can't remember the exact details. But this one, I believe it was a woman from Australia, but I do know the victim was dismembered and disposed of in wheelie bins around Wales. And he did get caught eventually for that, and he was given life without parole. But what was he like as a prisoner? He was quiet, kept his head down, I think mainly because there was rumours going about that he was a serial killer, and that the rumours I heard in Frampton at the time was he was a serial killer and he was killing prostitutes. But that wasn't the case when I got out and researched into it. It's what I've just mentioned, he killed them 2 people. But he was quiet for the reasons that, because of what he was in for, he might have been classed as someone that should have been on a VP wings. Because of the rumours that was going around at the time in Frampton, which were found not to be true. But when these type of rumours are flying around in high security prisons, that you've been doing these type of offences to ladies of the night, and you might be responsible for more than you could or you would come under attack from the other inmates. So he was quite quiet. He didn't bother anybody. And he reminded me of Ed Gein, the serial killer from America, because he used to walk the land with a bit of a limp, and he looked like a nasty piece of work. He looked like a little, like Ed Gein, where you know what Ed Gein looked like if you're into the true crime stories and you've ever seen anything on the serial killer Ed Gein. I think the film Psycho was based on him. Oh no, that was Norman Bates. Anyways, waffling on about that bit. On to the next one. So the next one is another one who is serving life without parole. And I went past a little village yesterday, and the village reminded us of this little girl, April Jones, that was abducted and murdered by this beast, this Mark Bridger. He's probably the worst that I know of to come out of Wales. Anybody that does anything like that to innocent little children, in my eyes, in my own personal opinion, are worst of the worst. The beasts, bacons, which belong on the VP wings. But VP stands for vulnerable prisoner. These people, it's quite hypocritical when they deem them as vulnerable when they're in prison, when out here they're anything but vulnerable. They are the predators. They are preying on young, defenseless children who are the worst of the worst. They are the worst in my eyes. Don't care what anyone says. That's my own personal opinion. Everyone's entitled to say what they want. But for me, he is a piece of work. And he has become under attack in prison. I believe he's in Wakefield, which is Monster Mansion, HMP Wakefield in Yorkshire, sorry. But he is another one. I've done the video on him. Go back and have a look in the playlist section. Serving life without parole for the abduction and murder of that poor little girl. And all they found of her, I believe, was burnt remains where he disposed of her body, which is sickening. It'd be bad enough losing your child to something like that, but never being able to bury them properly and give them a proper send-off when there's nothing left, and that monster wouldn't tell the authorities where her body was. What sort of man can do that to an innocent little child is beyond me. But moving on to the next one, which is another sicko. I've done a couple of videos on this one, and that is Ian Watkins, the lead singer of the Lost Prophets, who's serving a 32-year sentence for some very vile and sickening offences. I think the majority of you will know exactly who he is. You'll have seen the videos I've done on him. But he is another monster that came out of Wales. I think he was from Pontypridd, if I remember rightly. But again, I haven't got the straight facts here. I've got the facts about what they're in for and everything, but fact about where they actually came from, things like that. I can't remember because I do that many different cases, talk about that other many different prisoners. I can't remember every single detail. But the next one, sorry, not the next one, but he's serving a 32-year sentence, and I think it was 32. He's not eligible for parole until 2030 or 31, I believe. But he's in HMP Wakefield, and he's been attacked on numerous occasions. And I've done a video a couple of weeks back about him being attacked in HMP Wakefield, and he's paying the other prisoners for protection. I'm not sure what type of prisoners are actually doing this. Obviously, they've got to be VPs because they're in mixed in amongst them. But again, there's normal location lads in Wakefield because they're all mixed in. So I have heard that these are supposedly ex-gangsters or gangsters on the out that are taking money from him and protecting him from the other prisoners. But some of the crimes that he's in for, attempted rape of a baby, and he's colluding with other women to kidnap babies or take their own babies and do unspeakable things to them. So those three that I've mentioned are the worst criminals to ever come out of Wales. But I just wanted to do a video for you, like I say, because you're all waiting for videos to be thinking, where have I gone? I'm uploading at least 2 videos every week, and I haven't done one for a week. And I know you're all waiting for the next videos. You might have thought I'd ramble on a little bit for the first few minutes of this video, explaining myself, but I've got to keep you all happy. You're watching these videos. I'm not making a living out of it, but I'm making money from my videos, which is going towards supporting, paying for bills and stuff. So it's a win-win situation. You're loving the videos. I'm loving making them, and I'm getting rewarded for it, which rightly so. So I put a lot of time into it. But this isn't my only income. This is a secondary income for me. Everyone that watches my channel knows I've got my own gym, and I've got an online shop, ruthlessfitness.shop. Go and check it out. The link is in the description. But I'm going to wrap that up, people. Thanks for watching. And if you are enjoying the content, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Take care, everyone.